Today, I'm going to tell you the best fruits to use in Blox Fruits 2026. Let me just give this fruit I got to this poor noob. Okay, so in first C, top 3 in my opinion would be to pick from. At number 3, I would put Magma. It is one of the highest damaging fruits in the game, and when you're in second C, it has an awakening. Oh, it's okay for PvP. It's mostly spam whenever you PvP with Magma, though. Like this. I just suck with it. I never use Magma no more. But back in the day, I would absolutely shred with it. I'm killing this kid now. I think he's already dead. I don't know. I think he was having pain on, and it just canceled out. Next fruit that I would rate being the second best would be Ice. Coming in at number 2 would be Ice. Freezes opponents, and it is a Logia, so you won't be able to take a damage to certain enemies. Has an awakening, it's pretty good all around. And oh yeah, I forgot the level scaling for the Valentine's update. That I wonder why I wasn't doing any damage. It is a Logia, good transportation since you can walk on water, and pretty much all around a good fruit, even in PvP situations. And why I'm ranking it above Magma is the freeze on opponents like bosses, which Magma does not do. So yeah, now coming in at number 1 for C1 is the Light Fruit. It is a Logia, of course. You can fly around to get to your destination a little bit faster. And good overall abilities and damage. Has an awakening too. I think all 3 of these ones did. Insane radius. And also stuns them with that ability. Why I'm putting it above Ice is because of the flight. It's easier to get island to island without having to purchase a boat, getting you to 7th sea faster. It comes with the spear like Ice. Pretty nice overall, good for grinding. And now, off to 2nd sea we go. Let's fly over there real quick. One of best abilities. You will not be able to turn flight with this fruit. I have it awakened, and that is why I can. Off to 2nd sea. See you there. Coming in at 3rd again. Awakened Magma. Again, insane damage, easier grind, and it is a pretty easy raid with friends, especially high damage, easy kills. It is easy to get enough kills to get to 3rd, but it is yet not the best. It has no M1 attack and no defensive buffs. All it is lava. But it is the only Logia on the list for 2nd sea. Let's move on to 2nd place, which is Kitsune. Of course, it was gonna make the list. It's one of the best. It is easier to grind with since the insanely fast M1, the burning effect whenever you get 3 health, and the transformation. It has defensive buffs on the transformation. It has increased damage when you get 3 tails. And overall, high damage, great M1s, fast, good for PvP, and an awesome looking transformation that lets you get place to place very quickly. Maybe even faster than light. But it is easier to upgrade in second C than it would be in first. That's why it didn't make the list in first, because it would just be too hard to get the transformation. Second C makes it a little easier, but with that being said, let's move on to our first place winner. And this one is for obvious reasons. Awakened Buddha. Of course. Everybody talks about how grindy it is and how insane it is. Great defensive stats. Great buffs. So much range you probably will never get hit. Extra damage increase. And absolutely a perfect fruit for grinding all around. Maybe not the best movement, but it makes up for it with its overall tankiness. So you will be able to kill a lot of NPCs, and it's pretty good for PvP too, or just getting high levels off you by spamming. Oh yeah. But with that being said, off to third C. I hate to just repeat the same things over for y'all, but in third place for third C, it would be Kitsune. Again, the damage is just too insane. The abilities are really good. And it will always be one of the best fruits in the game. And there's gonna be a lot of repeated things said on this list, except for the first one. So keep watching. Let's move on to second place. I know. Y'all are probably like, here we go again. Buddha in second place. Its durability and range is just way too broken. Hits enemies back, it's just absolutely insane. Now, of course, the stats you want for this, which I didn't mention, is sword stats. So, sword stats are pretty much even it out between sword, defense, and melee. So it's gonna be these three. With fruits, you want melee defense and blocks fruits, most likely. But fruits like Buddha need a good sword build, or a melee build. I do not judge. Now let's move on to number one, which I'm sure you can expect. And of course, at number one, the highest paid fruit in the game, Dragon. For obvious reasons. The M1s are crazy like Kitsune. And this is Western, not Eastern. Eastern is not all that, bruh. Insanely powerful abilities like Magma, good speed like Kitsune, hard to level up like it's the best fruit in the game, and an insane transformation, which is also the biggest transformation. This fruit can clear islands itself. Yeah, and it does tons of damage, especially if you're one of those players that's like, I don't need no health or energy stats, I'm just gonna place it all on fruit. If that's you, get Dragon if you're still grinding. Because this thing can one-shot some of your enemies. Of course, after the Valentine's update, the scaling is so dumb, especially for newer players. I feel like it should stay the same, because you can have different stats. But that is all, guys. Like and subscribe. I will be gifting a permanent like to somebody that's subscribed and has commented on this video. So, if that is you, and you want a permanent light, I shall give it to you. Comment your username in the comments, and so.